Yeah, hi, my name is Amit Chincholikar. I'm designated Global CHRO for Tata Consumer Products, and I look after human resources, business excellence, and sustainability in my current role. I'd say one is nutrition and wellness that people are seeing as being increasingly important. The second is around sustainability, and how ethically sourced are your products, and how sustainable are you doing it in terms of your product, your packaging, your advertising. So the level of responsibility that comes towards the environment and to the communities. And the third, I would say, is convenience and choice. These are three key trends, I would say, that are defining what's happening in the consumer products business.
Sure.
Well, I think it will be significantly larger, much more competitive, and much more evolved. And we do expect to see a lot more discerning buying. We expect to see a lot more digital transformation kind of coming in to be able to provide even more convenience to consumers and customers. And we see the relevance of being socially responsible, socially relevant and engaged, and the whole impact that ESG is going to have in terms of how we do business. So that's how I see 2025 looking like for the consumer products industry. So I think the biggest business driver is, and I mean, you can call it a business driver, you can call it behavior, is about ambition, right? So there is massive opportunity from an ambition perspective to really scale up and understand the value of what we call as the growth mindset. The second, I would say, is the whole concept of digital transformation that will allow us to do things like I like to say, higher, faster, stronger. And the third is the ability to innovate. I mean, it's a combination of three things, which is innovate, execute, and what I like to call as speak up. So the opportunity to fail cheap, fail fast, but give comfort to people that innovation, creativity is something that's going to be really important in terms of how we do things. And it is really down to the power of execution, to make sure that if you're able to execute seamlessly day after day on the ground, which become really essentially input metrics, then the output outcomes, I would say, take care of themselves. I would say they've changed significantly. In fact, I don't think the three that we are talking of, the three that may be relevant today, even existed in, maybe in the top 5 or the top 7 earlier. One is, I would say, flexibility and adaptability. So just recognizing that work can get done from everywhere, recognizing that trust is a two-way street, and therefore, you've got to trust people before you'd like them to trust the organization. So I would say flexibility and adaptability is one. The second is the power of agility. How important it is to be able to really keep moving fast, and that's what keeps people and businesses engaged. And the third is really the power of empathy, because I mean, if there's something that the pandemic has taught us, it is that very often we believe that going online has democratized learning and things like that in the world. My belief is that it has actually brought out the economic divide even more starkly than it used to exist earlier. So I think leaders who demonstrate empathy is really a strong and candid understanding of how others are experiencing, what others are experiencing, how they're feeling, is going to be increasingly critical. So these three, I would say, flexibility and adaptability is 1, agility is 2, and empathy is 3. Look, it's very hard to define a proud moment. I mean, there are, because proud moments is about satisfaction, about something that you have done. But I would say that there have been several humbling moments, right, wherein you just feel incredibly privileged to be part of the journey that you have been part of. And um, for example, over the last couple of years, the proudest or the most humbling moments that I've seen is when people have gone out of their way in times of extreme trouble, to be able to support, yeah, colleagues selflessly. So to my mind, I don't know if I would call it a proud moment, but it's been a humbling moment when you've really seen people go, out of their way to help. And to my mind, that's the biggest, learning that you can have, which is when you go out and provide a hand of assistance to someone who needs it with absolutely no expectation in return. You've really conquered, I would say, the ultimate level of selflessness. So being able to see that in an organization like Tata Consumer that I've been privileged to be part of, I'd say has been the most proud moment. So I just feel proud that I'm part of an organization that enabled me, to be able to see this degree of kindness and humility over the last couple of years. Look, I'd say one is, I'll go back to what I believe has helped me over the last several years. One is always keep things simple, right? Don't complicate matters, because life in general and work life in specific is too short to get into complications. Second is, please spend time on the ground and understand how business is run grounds up. And it doesn't matter which business it is. And very often to do that, particularly if you're going to be in, either in manufacturing, commodity led, or even technology businesses, it's really important to spend time either with clients, customers on the ground. So three things. One is you need to understand how money is made in the business, because, at the end of the day, that is the purpose of, I won't say it's the sole purpose, but it's an important purpose of, being in business, which is how does money get made. Second is how does the business actually run grounds up. That's the second thing. And the third thing I would say is really invest time in learning. Very often, we spend so much time in doing that we forget that, learning by itself becomes important. And it's not learning either in formal form or structured form or whatever. But I think just being curious, right? Asking the right questions. The final thing I'd say is that it's really important to be in a position to speak your mind. Yeah, because that really is, what will define you as an individual or as a professional as you kind of go forward. It's the ability to speak your mind, on a subject that you think is important, expressing a point of view, etc. So I would say these are three or four things that are important for young people.